Hi guys, Eugenia. Continuing the series of my journey to becoming an entrepreneur. So, yesterday marks the 5 years of me basically giving up everything to start again. So, what I mean by that is, obviously, as some of you might know by now, if you've been watching these videos, I moved back from the UK, London, back to South Africa 5 years ago yesterday. And I gave up my house there. Okay, I rented my house out, so I didn't technically give it up. But I gave a good paying job up. I gave up my fiance. And I moved back to South Africa to basically start again. Didn't know what I was gonna do. In the UK, I was working in building maintenance, getting paid quite a good salary. Yes, I worked an extreme amount of days, hours. When I say I worked 7 days a week, I mean I worked 7 days a week. And during that time, I learned a lot about myself, and it gave me the courage to do certain things which I would never have done before. When I bought my house in the UK, I redid the kitchen, I redid the bathroom, and I did that myself. And it's because of the knowledge I gained from my previous job. So coming back to South Africa, I didn't want to do maintenance, as I just, deep down, I just felt that there was something better out there, something more fulfilling. So I moved back, I moved in with my folks, with my mom and my stepdad, and I spent the next 3 years studying. Well, when I say 3 years, I'm still studying now, 5 years later, but this is for me now. This is for my growth as a person. I started off by doing web design and then moved into SEO, then went into AdWords, Google AdWords, marketing stuff, Facebook, social media marketing, Twitter marketing, read all the books and the manuals and blah, blah, blah. Started my first business because of that, called Genius Web Solutions. And it's done quite well. I have taken my foot off the gas on that business slightly, in the sense that I don't want to do work for clients anymore. I want to basically use that platform, that company, to promote my other businesses. Second business I started up just over a year ago now is an industrial rope access company. So basically, you know, the guys that sit off the side of buildings with ropes and stuff, doing various jobs from concrete repair to silo repair to cleaning to maintenance. So back in the maintenance game, funny enough. But I started that with my best friend, and we're business partners in that. So he's done it for so many years that it just made sense that we did our own thing with regards to that. I've also started up, over the last year, I've also started up a cryptocurrency website where we try and explain as much about how to get involved, what it is, how to be safe, what exchanges are, what wallets are, what some of the technology is. We want to expand more into that arena. But yes, that's what I've been doing in the last 5 years. It's just this absolute, how do I explain it, like this sponge of, I just want to know more. I just want to know more. Yes, the life of an entrepreneur isn't probably, to some people it looks very glamorous. But I'll be honest with you that I'm staying with my friend, my business partner, his wife, and 3 kids. So sometimes you, as an entrepreneur, you have to try and make those sacrifices for the bigger picture. And it's not a sacrifice staying with my friends and stuff and their kids, but you know what I mean? Like, you could have so much more and be in a such better position. But sometimes as an entrepreneur, you have to make those sacrifices. Or a budding entrepreneur, let's put it that way. I don't see myself as an entrepreneur yet. A lot of people that know me already see me as that, but I just see myself as a business owner at the moment. I believe that when it comes to entrepreneurialism, it's a case of rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And yes, I'm trying that, and yes, looking back over the last 5 years, I wouldn't take anything back. The amount I've grown over the last 5 years, the amount of absolute knowledge I've tried to consume over the last 5 years, has made me internally happy. Yes, there's some aspects that I'm probably not happy with. I would like to meet someone, etc., etc., like to settle down and all that, but it's also hard because I'm so driven and so motivated, and so I just want the best for me and the people around me and stuff. And I find that a lot of the people you try and meet and stuff, they just don't have that same drive, that same ambition, the same goals, and makes it really hard. I've had 2 or 3 people turn around and actually say that on a date that I'm way too clever for them, and I'm like, really? Okay, well, I think you've put the barrier there now, and yeah, it's quite frustrating in that sense. I had a WhatsApp message from my mom yesterday saying, do you know what? And I was like, what? The fact that I've been back 5 years today? And she's like, yes, that's exactly it. And I just want to say how much I've enjoyed watching you grow over the last 5 years, and you've made me happy and stuff like that. And my response was, thanks very much, I really appreciate that. Yes, the first 5 years has been amazing, but I'm looking forward to the next 5 years. The next 5 years is more growth, more ambition to be shown, to try and help not only myself, but also help the people around me to also grow. As I want to be a successful entrepreneur. I also want to be a motivational coach, because I believe that if I can do it, anyone can. And yes, I know a lot of the motivational speakers will say, all you got to do is work hard. And I agree. You just have to work harder than everyone else if you want to live that dream. And I get that. And people are afraid of that. It's the fear of the unknown. If I quit my 9 to 5, what then? And all that. And once you have, like Tony Robbins has said, and I'm sure I've quoted this before, that some people say, it took me 10 years to change my life. No, it didn't. It took you 10 years of procrastinating, but it took one moment recently for you to go, fuck it. This is what I need to do. If I don't do it now, as you've seen Facebook and Twitter and all those memes about the older generation where they say, what do you regret the most? And 90% of them will say, the things I didn't do. Now, if you want to become an entrepreneur and you want to be successful, don't think about it. Start putting a plan into action. And it took me literally starting from scratch to put my plan into action. I didn't know what my plan was. I didn't have a clue what my plan was. But I just sat on the internet and I just started reading things, and then I started working on this project and this thing, and then before I knew it, I knew how to design websites, and then from there it grew into SEO, search engine optimization, and from there it grew again into content and content marketing and graphic design. I don't do graphic design. I know my strengths and weaknesses, and I'm learning more about that aspect of my life. So I know I'm not good with actually designing something and putting it out there. So I've employed people that will do that people that are good at that. And that is their speciality, their forte. So use that to your advantage, you know what I mean? And yeah, like I just didn't know. And as time progressed and I learned about this and about that, and I learned about who I am, I'm now learning what I'm actually capable of. And I now have a coach that's, when I was first made a proposition by a coach about, I'll give you coaching if you design me a website. I was like, coaching? And I've had about 5 sessions now, and I must admit, it's pretty good. You do have those haha moments, like, oh no, that's where I've gone wrong. And the reasons why I'm putting out these videos is now because of a conversation me and my coach had. So, is coaching a good idea? Yes, it is. Am I a coach? And I'm not a coach. I'm more a motivational speaker, sort of thing. I think I'll probably land up going in the future and doing my coaching, just so that you can reach more people. You can let them have that ha-ha moment instead of me or other motivational speakers saying, oh, all you got to do is work hard, just grind, blah, blah, blah. I get that, I get that it is an upward battle from the time you start. I get that. But it's the most fun and interesting adventure I've ever been on. The more I learn about myself, the more I engross myself in new fields, the more I learn about myself. And this is a discovery. This is a journey of discovery. That's what I was trying to say. This is a journey of discovery. And if you're not willing to accept who you are and what you are actually capable of, then it becomes difficult. So I don't want to make this video too long. I went to the beach to go try to do this video on the beach, but it was way too windy. So that's why I'm in my car. Yeah, I just wanted to put this message out there to say that the last 5 years of my life have been the most amazing lesson I could have ever learned. And if my journey can inspire one other person, my journey's, I wouldn't say I've reached the pinnacle, because the pinnacle is me reaching thousands of people. That's the pinnacle. But if at this point in my life I can reach one other person, that would be amazing. One of the most used quotes I have recently, that I use quite a bit now, is, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. So if you want those nice cars and fancy houses and stuff like that, and you're sitting behind a desk job, or you're sitting procrastinating basically, then you're exactly where you should be. If you're working every day towards your goals, and you're driven and you're passionate, and every day this is my game plan, you have goals, your goals keep changing as you grow as a person, then you are exactly where you're supposed to be. I know where I want to be, but I know exactly where I am now. Where I want to be involves a lot more growth. It involves a lot more knowledge, a lot more studying, a lot more personal development. And yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys today. So anyway, thanks very much, and I hope to see you guys soon in another video. This series will continue about my journey, my current journey, where I am, because it might just resonate with one or two other people as they grow on their journey. So anyway, guys, have a fantastic day. Catch you in the next episode.